What's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you're a Wendy Williams, you are doing bad. If you guys haven't heard the news on Wendy's conservatorship, apparently the firm that's representing Wendy has been sued numerous times for basically making up fake conservatorships and using that to drain the money. On top of that, the judge has this weird relationship with the firm that he appointed or she appointed to be Wendy's guardian. On top of that, when Wendy went in, the whole reason they put her in the guardianship is because she had this fortune that needed to be protected. And now the guardianship says that Wendy has zero money. Again, here's the thing. That's bad enough. So then Kevin was being like, yo, everybody want to point that that's her ne'er-do-well husband. And I told you that man's name was Kelvin, and y'all were telling me it was Kevin. It's Kelvin. Ne'er-do-well husband, Kelvin Hunter. Then came out and said, y'all pointing a finger at me, but Wendy's sister's the one that let the wolves in. This, that, and the third. To which we all said, what are you talking about, sir? Your little stubby fingerprints are all over this. Well, as it happened, okay, Kelvin, who everybody wanted to push up to be like, no, he cares about Wendy, has proved the saddest thing at all. Even though Wendy broke down doors, barriers, everything, she was surrounded by vultures. And I don't think it's her family. I think it was always Kelvin. Because as much as Kelvin wants to talk trash about Wendy's sister, Wendy's family, he is now suing Wendy's guardian because he wants what's left of her money. What's more, he wants them to break open Wendy's retirement account to pay him his arrear alimony. Now, if you guys don't know, the reason why the alimony payment stopped is because they had it written into the divorce agreement that if Wendy ever stops working, she can stop paying at Kevin's alimony payments. Kevin thought he really was cooking with that one because he honestly thought, ain't no way in the world Wendy's ever not going to work. However, years of alcohol abuse, substance abuse, and physical abuse, Kelvin, have literally made Wendy, she's suffering from something like dementia. Remember when Tasha Kane came out with this? We were like, and by we, I mean me, we're like, come on, Tasha, you putting 20 on 10. However, it made me want to go back and see whatever juice she has, because I was like, she was dead on about the Wendy stuff when nobody else was. Anyway, getting back to Kelvin and what his ne'er-do self is doing, he is trying to sue Wendy to officially drain her of every last penny she has left, according to the guardianship. Again, these people claiming Kelvin as her white knight, he don't give a damn about protecting Wendy. And as much as he wants to say Debmar Mercury didn't care, she got revived with the ambulance and they want her to delete herself and all this other stuff, Kevin, you were her husband when all this was happening. You were the one pushing her to work. It was all you. You were the one hauling her up, pouring vodka down her throat, and also standing by her side while she was on the Wendy Williams show. And you were the person. But you know what? It don't matter at this point, because at the end of the day, all of Wendy's choices came back to haunt her. Wendy was surrounded by vultures. Some could argue that when Wendy was well, she was a vulture herself. I'm not getting into that. I just do know to see someone that is a Black woman that literally was a trailblazer, not just to Black women, Black men, but also to anybody that wanted to change the face of the gossip infotainment world. Anyway, y'all, they said, this is Kevin. They said, according to court filings exclusively obtained by The Sun, Kevin is demanding that payments, which he claimed were agreed to in his and Wendy's marital settlement agreement, resume when they suddenly ceased just before she was placed under guardianship in 2022. Isn't it funny, Kevin? You thought you had an in with the guardian, and you thought, yeah, let them take all of Wendy's money. As long as I get paid, I don't care. Little did you know, Kevin, that you were going to be one of the first people cut off. In the documents, Kevin said that their out-of-court mediation had failed, and that's why he's bringing the case once again to the court. He said, I rely on the severance pay for my living expenses. Boo effing who. And having been without this income for 23 months has affected me greatly. What happened to Sharina and her vegan stuff? What happened to your barbershop in the middle of Palm Beach or wherever you bought a mansion? What happened to the money you already got from Wendy, right? You a man, you can make it on your own, right? Because you said you were responsible for Wendy, and you know what they say, if you really put her on, put yourself on too, Kevin. He's also making um He's also asking that Wendy, via her guardianship, immediately pay all severance payments which may be due and owing at the time of the court's order. Again, this is what makes me sick about Kelvin. Everybody always tried to paint him as Wendy's protector. He wants to make sure that if Wendy's broke, he can get the last of the money. And Wendy's broke, that's why he wants everything paid. First of all, he's not owed anything, at least from what I see, but I could be wrong. But he wants to make sure that if he is owed, it will be paid lickety split. He's also seeking to execute documents pertaining to Wendy's AFTRA AFTRA retirement plan. He said, I also respectfully request that the court compel the guardian to sign the qualified domestic relations order for the AFTRA retirement plan, or in the alternative, appoint me an attorney in fact so that I can execute the document if the plaintiff does not sign the document within 7 days. I would not have to file this motion if the plaintiff did not stop my severance payments and if the plaintiff would have signed the qualified domestic relations order in the after retirement plan. Again, here's the thing. This is why Kelvin's really mad. In the documents filed last week, Kelvin argued he was promised access to Wendy's financial records by way of her guardian. On December 8th, 2022, I attended a mediation with Wendy's counsel and Wendy's New York court appointed guardian attorney, Sabrina Morrissey. Now, the thing is, you thought that if you played nice with them, they would hook you up. Little did you know there's no honor among thieves, and they cut you out the deal too. In that mediation, Wendy's lawyers and guardian agreed to provide statements to accounts and bank records they claimed to have gotten permission from the New York court to provide. On the one source close to the mediation negotiation in 2022, exclusively revealed to the US 7 that during one meeting between the parties in December, the mediator, a former New Jersey judge, told Wendy's ex and his team, the reality is that there is no more money. The out-of-court sessions were aimed at resolving Kelvin's claims that he was owed money earmarked for him in the marital settlement. Despite the judge's statement about Wendy's financial affairs, there was no proof offered to them to support the allegation. During the mediation, Kelvin repeatedly asked for Wendy's financial records. However, Kelvin said despite supposed assurances from the guardian and her attorney, they would provide them to them, right? They never materialized. You guys, listen. This is sick. This is sad. This is indeed disgusting. But honestly, this is what Kelvin, whoever gets. The fact that he literally, y'all remember when he did that live, when he was sitting in his backyard talking about something, tried to tell her health is wealth, health is wealth. Why was he so cocky? Because he thought he had figured out a way for Wendy to lose all control of her life, which is what Wendy feared the most, be put under guardianship, then nothing in his life would change. Him and that vegan chef of his could live on forever. Remember how he said that if he were married, his alimony payments would stop? I believe people are now saying that Sabrina and Kelvin actually are married. Imagine having to marry a man who was literally juicing off of the woman that supported you guys for years. And even when y'all saw that she was falling, neither of y'all could figure out a way to make a dime between y'all to save Kelvin's house, his expenses, and everything else. And imagine being the person when you had your lawyer going to the bank with little Kelvin to find out what was going on. They did something, not little Kelvin, but that lawyer of yours did something so bad that the judge literally banned her from being around. Now, that said, I don't want to give the court too much credit because what is going on with Wendy is 10 times worse than what happened with Britney Spears. And it's sad that because she is a woman because she is a Black woman and because of her line of business. She literally has nobody but her family and her son actually looking out for them. But you know what, you guys? Hopefully, now that they've drained Wendy dry, they will release her. But something tells me that's not going to be the case. If you go look at my old videos, even the lives, we actually outlined 2 years ago the way they were making a concerted effort to make Wendy look crazy, hooey, kooky, altogether spooky, just so they could gain ownership. And now there's no money. But I will say one thing to Kevin, baby, you deserve this. So sit in the broke down, beat up vegan bed you made and enjoy the fruits of your labor. This is what you wanted, Kelvin. The only thing is, I don't think he thought that that karma was going to hit him too. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.